Oh, do you want me to? Well,
you presented all of them. Why would you not?
Okay, cool. I'll do it. I don't know. Right, ready? Yes, my people, welcome back to AFTV. It's that time of the month. Time to decide who we think are in contention for Player of the Month. And you know how this goes. I give 2 names, James gives 2 names. We kind of let you guys hash out in the comments to give a decider. We're gonna do the decision in the comments with a pinned comment, and I'm also gonna do a link back to the VIP app. So make sure you look out for that. You can vote on the app, and we can decide who gets, you know, the Player of the Month. It's been a good month.
Much better than January.
Yeah, much better than January.
January's was a slog trying to do that video, just thinking, 1 goal, no wins, how do we do this one? But
this is why we love
this.
This
is a much better month.
Yes, a lot better month. Obviously, 3 wins in this month. So let's get into it.
Well, I think before we go into it, just a reminder as well of what we've had this month. You know, the trip to Molineux, because our month of football has all happened in the space of 2 weeks.
Yep.
But you look at the trip to Molineux, a 1-0 win there, really good win. I think the standout win of the month, in terms of how big a result it was. Impressive.
Yeah, okay.
Impressive.
But
then obviously the nature of this Wolves win just the other day kind of makes it the highlight of the month in terms of just the way it kind of all happened. That was a 2-1 win at the Emirates, and just before that was a 2-1 win against Brentford, which I've got to say 2-1 flatters Brentford massively. It was a 3-4-0 win that.
Yeah.
Obviously that's not the reflection on the scoreline, but 3 points and a performance we can be proud of as well.
Very much so, James. I'm still buzzing off the other night's win.
I can't lie. Too, I've got to say. It's
been nice, and it feels like, as a fan, coming a lot closer to these players and really buying into what I'm seeing. And to this month, like you said, contrastingly to last month, there's a few names for the Player of the Month, and I'm going to have to do some honourable mentions after we've done our 4. But who wants to start? Do you want to start, or shall I start?
I'll kick things off, because when we were discussing them, you picked my 2 favourite players. So I'm going to have to wrestle in a few that, to be honest, absolutely deserve mentioning in this.
Yep.
I was going to say neither make my Player of the Month, but I don't know. Maybe I've got to be a little bit more open about kind of impacts, not just goals and assists and what you do in the final third. It's the way the team generally plays because of said personnel, and that's why my first player is going to be Thomas Partey. I think because of the nature of the position he plays, pretty much a one-man central midfield, everything goes through him and then he distributes out. Yeah. I think someone called him the octopus. Like, he's literally like just covering every base, you know, not just physically because of his ability to get around, put in tackles, put out fires, but it's more his distribution, his ability to pick the ball up off the defenders and find the passes. And when the pass isn't there, beat a man or 2, look after the ball and then make the pass, make the angles for himself. Thomas Partey, because of the nature, as I said, of how difficult that position can be, you will leave every game going, oh, that was a sloppy pass, oh, that was a sloppy moment. But that's just how difficult that role is, especially in a team that's very young, that's still learning how to really play the Arteta way. And Thomas Partey is absolutely crucial to it. And I thought he's been terrific in all 3 games, defensively and on the ball. I don't know what more to say. He's the heartbeat of the team. And listen, Odegaard, who I know you're going to mention, I know people will feel maybe he's the heartbeat in terms of what we did in the final third. But just the whole team, for me, revolves around Thomas Partey. And I don't think we win those 3 games, or at least we probably don't win 2 of them, the Wolves games, if Partey's not doing what he's doing in the middle of the park. Yeah,
I think that Partey's a great choice, I must say. And I'm gonna jump straight in and give the player that we both love, and I'm sure you're gonna want to have some words on him as well. And you spoke about Partey being a heartbeat. I think Mikel Arteta speaks about unity, and we're really seeing that within this side. I think every cog works with every other player playing at their full. So I'm going to put forward now Martin Odegaard for me, and I'm sure you as well. I know we've been big fans of him from the jump, actually, if I'm completely honest. And he's been a shining light in this Arsenal side. Technician, finds key passes, a leader as well. A leader for his country, but also a leader in this Arsenal side. Even if he hasn't got the armband on, he's a natural leader, leads the press as well. he's just had a really good month. He's been pivotal. The fake shots, the fake passing, the dropping the shoulder, the flicking over players' heads, having time, picking up spaces, and always having time on the ball. Martin Odegaard for me, and for me, what makes me pick him even more, he's probably my number 1 out of my 2, is the fact that he's just so underrated, and it's kind of his personality. He's a character. He's not just sort of showing, it's not all about him. He's very under the radar, but if you're very intuitive of what you're seeing with Arsenal, you'll see the little details and intricacies that he possesses. And Martin Odegaard, what a talent. Yeah, man, and like I said, he's very underrated. No one's really speaking about him. No one really, outside of the Arsenal fan base. I see a lot of people. In the Arsenal fan base, I see the comments say we've got to big up Martin Odegaard, but every other fan, they don't really put him in the conversation, but he's
mastered
class.
the art of the reverse pass.
Yes.
You know, he's looking that way and the ball goes that way. You know, he's really mastered that. I think it's a great shout, Odegaard.
Yeah, so Martin Odegaard for me, and he came in with a lot of pressure. I think, you know, we had him on loan, and I think fans were saying he's the cheap option. Why are we bringing him on a full-time deal? But he's proven it, and this, you know, the Real Madrid starlet that he was going to be, I think he's really finding his potential to be a top star for this Arsenal Football Club. So big up Martin Odegaard.
He's doing very well. I know normally I'd then come in, but I want to let you carry on because I kind of want to end on mine.
All right.
And I know who your second / our third choice is. Because by the way, we all agree on the 4. We both agree on the 4. But go on, who have you gone for?
So, I was going to call him his short name, but Benjamin White is my next choice for you guys to decide. And if you agree, just do let us know. But Benjamin White, do you know what? For me, he surprised me. This is the main thing. I've actually been, when he first signed, I was criticising the price tag. I didn't understand why we needed Ben White, and I just didn't see him. I'll put my hands up. I was like that, but then he's really, for me, turned a corner. I look at him as a defender and think, if I was a player, I'd look at him and think, I'm going to have a field day today. He doesn't look like that angry, aggressive defender. He feels like someone you can kind of dominate. But he reads the game so well. His interceptions, he knows where to be. He makes it so difficult for the striker without being physical and uptight and trying to wrestle with you. He's very intuitive. He knows how to make a pass as well. Knows when to drive forward. Benjamin White, apologies, has to be in there for this month. He's had a great month.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
I love Gabriel, but Benjamin White this month, you 100% have to get a mention. You've been superb.
With White, it's not just the kind of the moments where he's laughing because a player's missed a target,
I forgot about that.
or the sneaky little moments that, you know, gamesmanship. That, listen, if any other player was doing to us, we'd be tearing our hair out. But those are the fine margins in football. When you look at White's month, you know, so strong at Wolves to hold them out with 10 men. Then the Burnley game, we came out of that going, Brentford.
Yeah.
Then the Brentford game, we come out of that going, Brentford did nothing. Yeah, but Brentford aren't a bad side. You know, they did nothing because Gabriel and White just swept everything up like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And then the game at the Emirates against Wolves, what I loved was Gabriel had a really shaky start. And I could almost visibly see White getting Gabriel through that.
Yeah.
And Gabriel is, by the way, in contention for player of the season. So we're by no means saying that Gabriel is a bad player or needs White's help or whatever. He had a bad game against Wolves at the Emirates. So the first half hour, really. But White he got us through because he was making sort of important challenges, winning his headers, winning his interceptions, and almost setting the tone for the rest of the defence. And then when we were struggling to play through, he would drive forward, maybe find a ball over the top to Saka, whatever it is, or ping a pass out wide. He showed composure, and then I think the rest of the team sort of fed off that. That's all I'll add on that's all I'll add. 2 minutes of conversation on White. But yeah, I think absolutely. And I think the 3 of them are really good shouts.
Yeah, I think we're very in line with our picks. I do know this last one. I think this is going to be a surprise for many people watching the last decision.
Yeah.
But we are big fans of this player, and he's had a good month.
I'm going for Bernd Leno. No. Imagine.
It's had a great month.
Yeah, what a month. I'll say this one thing about, actually, that was a joke, but I'll say this one thing for Leno. Apparently, someone said who was at the game, said that Leno was out there celebrating with the players and everything, and that's great. He's a top professional. Yeah. But anyway, obviously it's not Leno. Cedric.
Yes.
Cedric, our man Cedric. Remember that celebration we watched a year ago?
Cedric!
I have said Sharoy, Turkish, maybe Laurie, I can't remember. They said it on the watch-along for the Wolves game. I couldn't agree more. Last season, Cedric was our best right-back. And for whatever reason, Arteta wanted to try the Chambers thing. We're still persisting with Bellerin and hope he would rediscover form. Cedric was our best fullback, our best right-back quite comfortably. This season, he's been seen as, at times, as a little bit of a joke. Kind of, oh, Cedric's coming in. Yeah. But I've always thought, listen, you bring a bunch of out-of-form players together, like we did in the Cup, players who haven't really played too much or whatever, you bring them together, you're going to find inconsistency. They're going to take a game or two to get into it. But Cedric this month has played all 3 games, and I think has been terrific. Yep. Defensively, not once have I looked at him and thought, he's being outdone here. Winning his headers. A couple of moments where you think he might have lost the ball, but then he always kind of finds a way to get a slide tackle in and win possession back or do whatever. Very assured in possession. Yes. Very, very good in possession. Wonderful delivery, and I think he's given sides a different problem, especially in the game at Molineux and the Brentford game. I felt there were times Saka was coming on his left foot and there was an overlap option. Yes. That option's not always been there. Against Brentford, combining really well with ODEGAARD as well. I think he's stepped in, and we could have looked at 2 games against Wolves and a game against Brentford and thought, you really want Tomiyasu for those, and we didn't miss him. Yeah, we didn't miss Tomiyasu. That is a massive credit to Cedric. It is. So he's my 4th. I was just going to say a few words on Cedric. I've been such a big fan of him, and just like you said, I think people they never really gave him the ratings that he deserves. I think you said one thing in that speech that you kind of brushed over quite quickly. His ability to deliver a ball goes so unnoticed. Quality we have
delivery.
Literally been saying this for a year, by the way. Yeah. I'm doing the whole, I said it on my fan cam, I don't often do the whole I told you so. Yeah. I'm doing it twice in 2 days. Because we've been saying, this guy's got a delivery. Yeah. He can mix it up, he's got a delivery, he's good in the final third. I think Arteta, when he signed him, said himself, he's our best attacking fullback. And I can see it.
And that's what surprised me. I think there was a game not too long ago where Ben White, Cedric was available, but he put Ben White right back, and just to see the professionalism of Cedric to be like, okay, cool, you can do that, but once I get my opportunity, I'm going to take it. And we saw that, and Cedric has in this month has really shined, and he's quality going forward. And I did worry with Tomiyasu being out the side. I did worry about defensively, but like you said there, I didn't feel feared when he was getting lined up one-on-one. I don't even remember a time where he really got absolutely destroyed. So Cedric, for me, has been very consistent, had a great month. Big up Cedric, and he deserves to get the mention. And
it's all in context. Tomiyasu is our best right-back still. Cedric is performing very, very well, and I mean this with all due respect, for what a backup right-back at Arsenal should be doing. Do I think now he's our first choice? No, I think Tomiyasu's been great all season. There's still a bit of work to do there. Do I think that's a position we don't look at, the backup right back come the summer? We probably do look at it. But what I'm saying is, I want to give him credit because I've always liked him as a player a lot more than most people. And I think you put him into an 11 that's pretty much an unchanged 9 or 10 around him, you see he's a good player.
With the backup right back situation in summer, that's kind of, for me, it's died down a little bit around the people I spoke with, the fan base, in the sense that now priority is a lot of the strikers and midfielders.
Yeah, attacking players.
Yeah, eventually, but people were mentioning we need a cover right back. But I think, because not just this month, but they've seen Cedric, that he can uphold that position and we not be too stressed and worried. So that's a credit to him as well. So I mean, we spent a long time on Cedric, but he deserves a proper mention.
He's done really well, absolutely. Do you have any honourable mentions?
Look at you. We know each other too well. That was the next thing that was coming up on my mouth.
I knew there was like another 8 or 9 players you wanted to just have a word on.
Granit Xhaka.
Sure. Granit Xhaka. I think that's a
Granit Xhaka. Honourable mention, didn't make it into obviously my 2, but it doesn't
he's
even
done
pay.
well.
He's done well. It doesn't even pay me to say. I like it when he's on the side. I do feel more secure. I think he's the option alongside Partey. We've seen him, Arteta, deploy a bit of a different role for Xhaka to get forward a lot more. And I haven't been too angry at it, I must say.
I've liked it. I think Saka's an honourable mention.
Yes.
Because I think he's always, even not at his best this month, scores a great goal and looks really dangerous in moments, in the 2 Wolves games. I'm going to throw one more honourable mention out there. Kieran Tierney. I think his form has gone up significantly this month. He's beating his fullback again. Defensively, very, very strong. Just a word on him, that's all. That's all.
I didn't see that one coming.
No, but listen,
I really didn't see that one coming.
It's been a good month. You could put Lacazette in there for pure work rate and leadership and all that, but for me, was lacking something in the final third. You could put
Emil Smith-Rowe coming on, scoring his goal as well, or starting, so scoring his goal as well.
That's the thing. We've only got 3 games a month. You're not looking at too much, but
yeah.
Yeah,
Let
so
me
there you
just,
go.
and just kind of round up before we finish off this video, just a word on Nicolas Pepe as well. I think he's going to be a shout maybe for next month, depending on how Arteta deploys him.
Hopefully,
but yeah, big up Pepe as well against Wolves not too long ago. And I want to round up, like I said, we're going to do the voting in the comments below. We're going to pin a comment, so get your votes in and who you think's player of the month. And also we'll have a link to the app as well. We'll be doing that as well. And I also want to just quickly mention the British Journalism Sports Awards. Please tell me I got it right? Got it right? Perfect. We've been nominated for that. So head over to that. We've been nominated for a watch along for the best YouTube sports show. So thank you. That's all thanks to you guys.
It is.
It
Without
really is.
You, that's not a possibility.
So
yeah.
thank you for that. And yeah, make sure you go check that out. Any closing words, James?
Let's hope March is even better.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That'd be amazing. Listen,
that's a big month.
it is a big month, massive month, especially off the back of this month. It's definitely going to be a big month. But listen, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell on your way out. And we'll see you next month.